welcome to Yosemite Trip 322, and today it's 11 o'clock. I spent the morning walking along up in the town. I'm below the town on the free stretch, where there's quite a bit of water, which is good. But up in the town, all that water's draining out because the gate is apparently jammed open, which I saw it on Sunday, strangely, 5:30, before the floods, and it was definitely half. Well, no, not definitely. I think it was half. I'm not an expert on it at all. I do see the gate a lot there, and I've seen it open, and it wasn't open. It was open though, but half. Anyway, loads I could talk about, but I'm not gonna gab on about it. Just fish with me, see what we get. This is definitely not what I'm hoping to catch, but it is much smaller. Little baby one. Nice though, imagine that. Taking my meat. Put it straight back. Good hands. That was a kingfisher, just went by. I've put a cast up there because it's been really quiet again as usual for about an hour and a half. But such ledgering, I could feel a fish messing around occasionally, and it didn't feel like a tiddler. It felt like a good one. So I'm just gonna fish out there for like 20 minutes, and then put another cast up down there. I won't hold it because it's got damage again from otters. Have a look. You can see that flesh wound. Very lucky fish. The otters grabbed it from behind. On that one you can tell. Around about 3.5, nearly 4 pound. Put it straight back. I literally put that chub back about 3 minutes ago, and that was the otter that swam by. Even though I didn't explain when the fish was out of the water, I wanted to put the fish back because it needed to get back in the water, especially when they'd been bitten like that. So the marks, if I remember rightly, it had one very distinctive mark, down its side, and that's the canine of the otter. And the other canine is, the width of the mouth, like about our width. On the other side, not quite as vivid, or like as deep. And then you can see where the little paw claws have ripped the scales off as it's tried to grab hold. But the chub has pushed its tail out and escaped for now. But maybe not for long. Interestingly, when I met the Environment Agency's beaver specialist here a little while ago, a few weeks back, we were chatting about the otter and the beaver and how, if they would tolerate each other. And the specialist was saying the beaver will not tolerate the otter around its lodge on its pond. But obviously on the rivers, they're not having a pond, they're living in burrows. Multiple burrows, probably. Or a lodge. I've not ever found a lodge. And so surely when the otter swims along underwater, it will see the entrances, and it will go up all of them eventually, and then it will have a conflict. Especially if the two animals have got young. So you can imagine on the river, the beaver will always just try to push the otter on. Because it doesn't have a pond to protect, it has a territory to protect. And this is a beaver territory. So fingers crossed, the otters move on. You might not like the otter. Well, you might not. You definitely don't. I'm pretty sure people watch my fishing videos don't like otters. You gotta say though, that's pretty impressive that it's here after all them floods. I just think what the animal must have done. It must have come up obviously on the surface and followed found the edge of wherever it was, which might have been miles of water. Maybe eaten nothing at all for days. Or maybe it just eats lots of little fish which it can find. I don't know. But then as soon as the waters are back low in town, but normal here, the otters are hunting at 1 p.m. So clearly I'm starting to get bored. Not bored, but on the video I done earlier in the Chippenham Town Centre, I'll show you some of it now. What I found really interesting was the fish pass. Now that the water's drained, you can see how far down the gaps are. So the specialist was wondering if it would actually make it up the ladder, but really it wouldn't actually have to go up. It just looks like it does from above the surface, but it could quite easily go underneath. Really quite 6 feet or so. And then the top one is a bit higher. But that's where I saw it. If you can remember, I followed an animal up along, and I just started to film it as it left the fish pass. But it was dark and inconclusive on the video, but that was a beaver. And what they were doing, they were feeding in the town centre, right above the weir in the deep bit. But it's obviously no longer deep, and it won't actually be deep after they make the change. So I don't know how that would affect, the overall animal, but the specialist doesn't seem to think it would be too much of a problem. So can you do? The other thing they said was that Chippenham Council should think about protecting their trees. Seriously. Which is something I said about a couple of years back. I said fishing clubs should probably think if they've got nice trees they want to protect, they should buy beaver protection. Because some of the trees that I've heard have been taken down are quite enormous, not like small trees at all. And the biggest one I've seen is a tall tree, but not wide. Yeah, as wide as my waist, a bit thinner, probably. But about 30 foot tall, 25, 30 foot tall. That was just at the end. Tempted to go and have a look, actually. I also want to catch something. I feel like this is a good swim. I don't know. Sure it's up and down. Definitely a fish. There's definitely another fish. A little bit of reed as well. There was a pair of moorhen. They must have been coming past me, saw me and just scarpered upstream. A little bite. Look at that one. Get the net out of the way. Lovely chub. Close to £4 again. Real brute, really. Quite a big one. Probably £4. Right. So I'll show you one more time, because sometimes certain sides of the chub look better than the other. Hopefully you can see without the net, but just quickly show you. There's the chublet. Real warrior of a free stretch chub. Good condition though. Definitely heavy. Right, let's put it straight back. I can't quite see, I haven't got a light on. Yeah, it's about to get him. It's got his head stuck in the net still. It's facing the wrong way. Really quite awkward. There it goes. Whether or not I was filming, I don't know. Wow, that's a nice way to end it. It's not every session I have got a head torch, but I'm not wanting to fish into dark this evening. I just want to fish daytime. So There's a bat. Might be able to see it. You probably saw it fly around my head. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you again next time, maybe. Bye.